Hey there, welcome to Comfy Cat Yoga. My name is Phoenix and this is day 4 of our Mellow Movement series. Today we're going to be doing some chair yoga. So for this practice, you'll need any kind of chair. It can be a folding chair, a dining room chair. It just needs to not have armrests or have armrests that can move up and should have a pretty straight back. So once you have this, we'll go ahead and get started. Starting in a nice tall seated position here, we're going to roll the shoulders back, making sure they're pressing against the back of our chair. Bringing the gaze up, the crown of the head should be nice and tall. We're going to bring attention to our breath. Our palms should be resting nicely on our thighs or our knees, wherever you happen to be. Really controlling our breaths here, inhales and exhales, trying to make them about as long as each other. Once you feel grounded, we're going to lean slightly forward, trying to keep our back still nice and straight, just so we can bring our palms to our knees and maybe push our toes into the ground. If your chair is a little high and your heels are off the ground, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. You just need to have a pretty solid base here. Once you're here, we're going to inhale, dropping the stomach towards the thighs, bringing the gaze up in a cow. And on our exhale, we'll curl the spine, pushing into the knees here in our cat. Once again, inhale, dropping the stomach towards the thighs. Exhale, curling the spine. Go ahead and follow your own breath here. If it feels better, you can also widen the stance of your legs and inhale here, exhale here with your hands at the edge of your chair instead. Just depends on what feels good to you. Whichever variation you choose, go ahead and continue this movement, following your own breath. Wherever you are on your next exhale, go ahead and come back to neutral. Bring the legs in if you have them separated. We're going to bring our right hand over to the side, crossing it across our body and grabbing onto our chair if we can. If you can't quite grab the back of your chair, you can also grab the seat or maybe just push on your leg here. We're just trying to get a nice twist in the spine. I also like to bring that back hand over to the back of my chair and hold on to that and kind of push into it to give myself a deeper twist. Remember to breathe normally here, wherever you happen to be able to push into. For a little bit deeper of a stretch, you can also look over that back shoulder. Whatever feels good to you. Remember to breathe normally here. If you need to come back to center at any time, go ahead and do that, and then rejoin us once you feel ready. These poses are great, especially if you're an office worker. A lot of the times we end up sitting all day and our mobility suffers because of that. On your next exhale, go ahead and untwist, maybe rolling the shoulders, be tilting the neck back and forth, relieving some tension. We're going to go to the other side, so we're lifting that left hand, using it as a lever against our thigh, right above our knee, against our chair seat, or maybe grabbing all the way across our body to the back of the chair, using that back hand to kind of push into, to give ourselves more of a twist here. Try to keep your hips facing forward as much as you can. Remember to breathe normally here. You might experience a few cracks and pops. That's perfectly fine. You're doing great. Just a little longer here. On your next exhale, go ahead and untwist, rolling the shoulders, whatever you need to do. Relieve some of that tension. Once we're back to center, we're going to inhale, bringing the arms up, letting them cross over each other, and exhale, letting them fall. Just trying to wake up our shoulders a little bit here this morning. Following your own breath, be sure that your arms are fully extended. They're going their full range of motion. I like to follow mine with my gaze, but you can also just continue looking forward. Go ahead and do this one more time. Coming back to neutral. Awesome job, you guys. We're going to move into a forward fold. And you might be asking, how do we do that? Especially since we're sitting down. Well, we're going to widen the stance of our legs here. And it is important that you feel stable, so only bend forward as much as you feel stable. We don't want you falling out of your chair or anything like that. So hinging at the hips, just like we normally do, we're going to bring our hands down, maybe resting the fingertips on the ground here. You can also grab your chair legs, you can grab your feet, your calves. If you're not quite as low as I am, you can also grab whatever level on your chair that you might be, so you can continue sliding your hands down the chair until it feels good to you. Try to keep your back nice and flat. We're not trying to really curl our shoulders here. You can bring your feet in closer together as well if you would like it to be less of a stretch. So instead of having them all the way out there, you can fold forward here instead. You can even bring them all the way towards each other and fold forward here. It just affects the range of motion. So whatever feels good to you. Having the wide-legged forward fold is going to give you the most stretch. So whatever feels most comfortable to you. Go ahead and fold back up. Bringing those legs back in, maybe wiggling them a little bit. Awesome. We're going to inhale, bringing the arms up, interlacing the fingers at the top, index fingers pointing up. We're going to pick a side. We're going to go to the left side here. A little bit of a crescent pose. Remember to stay engaged through the arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the arms, roll the shoulders, maybe flick the fingers, getting that blood flow back. Taking a nice inhale and exhale. Now, if you can, we're going to go ahead and lift the left leg, and we're going to try to pull it towards our chest here. If you can't quite do this, you can also just fold your torso towards it and hold it there. Keep holding, you're doing great. Go ahead and gently release. Maybe wiggle the thigh here a little. We're going to repeat on the other side. Lifting our right leg, pulling it up towards us. Once again, if you can't quite lift your legs, you can also just fold forward and pull under your knee here. A little longer. Go ahead and release, gently letting that go. Awesome. We're going to relax here. We're going to start drawing a circle with our nose, starting small at first, and then eventually really reaching the full range of motion here. As you're going through your circle, be sure that you aren't kinking your neck in the back, so we're not having it come all the way here. We're having it nice and engaged all the way through. Just like that. And then switching directions. Awesome. Coming back to center, we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Just letting the weight of our head dictate the stretch here. If you need to, go ahead and engage your neck a little bit more to reduce the amount of stress that's going on. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop to the other side. Inhale, come up. We're going to go ahead and rest our hands face up, maybe interlacing the fingers just a little bit, just fully relaxing in our chair, maybe bringing the gaze up, down, whatever feels good to you. Relaxing our feet, our legs, our hips, our spine, our back, our shoulders, our arms, our hands, and our head, coming into a seated Savasana here. You can stay here for as long as you need to. I hope you enjoyed our practice today. If you did, be sure to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't, and if you have any suggestions, leave them down there too. Thank you for letting me lead our practice today. Namaste, go with peace, and we'll see you later.